back in the workshop. Got the Hilux here sitting on the hoist, getting ready. I'm putting some nice bellows in the back of the ute. Got some Polyair springs. I'm using the Cradle Kit, so that allows you to get more articulation than having them connected at the top of the chassis and the leaf springs. You get the separation in the airbag, which allows you to dip to drop a bit more. So.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring. My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me.
So I'll give you a bit of a little rundown of what's going to go on right now. So these are your U-bolts. So you undo your U-bolt nuts here. These come loose, you take that out, you slide the bottom bracket of the airbags in, tighten that back up. So there's another bracket that goes up here, and your airbag sits in there. On this kit, the cradle bit is on the top and it's mounted, hard mounted to the bottom of your leaf springs. Notice the air lines run up, follow all this. And my air compressor's in this box, so I'll try and fit the little valves over in this corner area. So because it's being a forward drive, I've sprayed a bit of this rust off black, and it makes bolts sometimes a bit easier to get undone. So I've sprayed it all on these nuts, just because, you know, it'll make it a bit easier. And I've got this gearbox, axle stand, whatever you want to call it, just supporting the diff, because when you undo these nuts, the diff will want to drop. And that'll hold it up. And yeah, we'll start getting to it.
There's no replacement for persistence, it's a patience, yeah. In this life, I wanna be soaring, to feel sun inside when it's pouring, and I'll fight till anxiety is foreign. I'm so sick of my mind's extortion. My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great.
So you obviously have this bracket there that's mounted to the cradle. You got a bolt through here that goes with the plate there. I'll put another bolt here that'll hold that, then I can fix up the top bolt, and that's sort of what she's going to start looking like when you're flexing. But then when you're sitting on the ground, obviously that bag will sit in that cradle and give the support you need. This side's all done, all tightened up. I obviously got to still run the air line, which I'll follow this up there, and yeah, and I'm just going to start doing the other side. So airbags are all mounted in. Might just tighten the U-bolts once it's on the ground a little bit more. Air lines running up. They're going to get mounted over here on the box there, because the air compressor's in that box. But yeah, it's turned out quite nice. So while the car's up on the hoist, I have noticed that there's supposed to be a grease nipple right there, and I think the exhaust has just come up and whacked it, because I've had a couple hard hits in the exhaust. And I'm just trying to get in here and try and turn it out. It's a bit tricky, but I've got another 90 degree and I'll try and twist him on in there. There we are, I got new grease nipple in there. Went for a straight one just so it's a bit further away from the exhaust. But yeah. Start with this, get the canopy back together. I'm gonna start chucking everything in, so I'll do a bit of a time lapse of all that going back in, which is a bit of a puzzle piece, and she clicks back together.
Well then baby, have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
There we are, all back together. The drawers are at home and the table is just sitting over there. Just got to slide them in. Got to just start organising things, touch up a little things. Like I'm going to put a sort of cage thing so nothing falls onto top of the fridge, as well as I can hang a few things like a fire extinguisher over there. And yeah, so that's together. Righto, that's airbags in. That's one thing ticked off the list, and yeah, I'll do a little pump up, see how high it gets, and then drop it back down. So yeah.
It's you, baby.